Hello all.
Hey.
I'm just trying to help Joe get on. I'll be with you in 1 second here.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. How are the two of you?
Good.
Good.
I'm trying to open it. I'm trying to open it up on my laptop. I'm on my phone, and on my phone, then I just see the person who's talking.
Oh.
So when I do the laptop, then I get to see everybody. So I don't know why it's not working, but so if I cut off quickly, then I may go. It may be on my laptop. So okay.
Got it.
Was Joe able to get on?
I'm not sure. Oh, yep, here they are right now.
Oh, great.
And I think the gang's all here.
Ta-da!
Yay!
There we go. There.
Great.
We're there. Yep. We're there.
It
Looks like we're there.
I'm not sure. Oh, yep, here they are right now.
Oh, great.
And I think the gang's all here. Joe and Paul, I think we've got your echo going again. must be changing her screens.
Minimize that. How come we can't unminimize?
Sounds like you guys just unmuted and I'm not hearing an echo, so we might be good.
We just have to get you back.
Okay.
Try that.
I did.
We can see you, Paul. You look beautiful. If that's any comfort.
We can see your face, but that's all.
Okay.
But anyway, we can hear, and it's nice to know that you can hear us and we're not messing you up again.
Okay, good. Well, let's go ahead then and jump in. You two look all settled and Ellen is back. I'd like to, if we can, check in with Cynthia. I know Cynthia had a tough week with Graham last week. So Cynthia, how are you guys? You're home, it looks like.
Yeah, we're home.
Okay.
So I think probably everybody saw, but Graham's best friend, Lenny, ended up passing away on the 13th of June. So we made a very kind of prayerful last minute decision to fly out to California to be with Lenny's mom, who's been there for a little bit. I think she is back home now too. And kind of put together a somewhat last minute celebration of life. So it was definitely a whirlwind, very bittersweet going out there, seeing where he lived. But Graham said that Lenny would haunt him the rest of his days if we were out there. And I didn't get my first trip to Disneyland. So so that was kind of a joyful thing of getting a little bit of a vacation, but still unexpected. And definitely keep Lenny's family in your thoughts and prayers, especially his mom. She, as you can imagine, is kind of just having a hard time. I don't even know if she's gotten a chance to fully grieve yet. There seems to just still be little hiccups along the way of things that she has to do and this and that, more kind of, legal and paperwork and things like that. So she hasn't even gotten a chance to grieve for her son. So prayers for that. And then there's another son in that family who has, we don't know why, decided to kind of estrange himself for the past year. So just prayers for that family, that through this there can be healing, and maybe he can put whatever caused him to not talk to his family for so long behind him and try to reconcile and in wake of Lenny's passing. So Graham and I we're doing okay. The news was unexpected. Lenny had been a quadriplegic for 8 years, and was, even despite that, doing okay. But this was very unexpected, and there's a lot of question marks surrounding his passing. So I think just for some answers and clarity and healing for everybody involved would be the prayers at this time.
Sure. Lenny's mom name is Jan.
Jan, yeah.
Jan. Okay.
Yeah, and also it's very minor, but on the prayer list, the last name is Larson with an E, Lars.
Okay, we'll be sure to fix that. Thank you. Well, we're very glad to have you home. Grateful that all the travels went well. And
yeah, traveling went very well.
And hooray for Disneyland. What a great way to celebrate Lenny. And
I felt his spirit. He definitely was with us.
That's beautiful. Anything else on your prayer list today, Cynthia? That's
Other than that, I just say just for everybody, just healing and wholeness, and especially for our Olympians. Yeah. And their families. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was watching last night and I've forgotten the name, but there was a 19-year-old swimmer who won her gold medal, and then they cut to the parents, and I thought like, ah, like that would be so hard to not be there. I mean, I know that they were there, but they weren't there. I just would be a really difficult Olympics for the families, that's for sure, and the computers. Thanks, Cynthia. Joe and Paul, how are the two of you?
Well, Paul is home, quite obviously. He's been here over a week now. He came home on Saturday a week ago. I think that was the 17th. He's doing far better than our expectations when he came home. He's been out doing yard work and
In small quantities.
but he's been out doing things like that, doing some watering, but also he trimmed some. The first thing he did outdoors was to trim some low branches off a tree that get in the way when you're trying to mow. And he got out one day with the string trimmer and went around the flower beds and along the fence and whatever. So it's hard to imagine where he was 2 weeks ago. He's just come tremendously, and very, very gratefully, his cognitive processes are working very well. In the hospital, we had some concerns as to whether we were looking at some permanent things in the future. There were confusions and some difficulties in expressing thoughts, but that all seems to be working just fine. We've started therapy with the Northwestern neurosurgery, neuro something or other plan in Crystal Lake. Northwestern Hospital has an outpatient facility there, and he's doing occupational and physical therapy with them. He tested out of speech therapy the first with our intake interview. So we're on the road there. I think probably the thing that concerns us the most is because of the length of time in the hospital and the type of illness that he's not certified to drive right now. His license has not been taken away by anybody in the state or by a doctor, but he's not certified to drive right now. And part of the therapy program will be, when they determine that he's ready for it, there will be a little class that he takes, and then they will take him out on the road and have him driving in all kinds of conditions to make sure that he's safe on the road. Mm-hmm. But the downside of that is they told us the program, their reservations for those tests and things are filled up through into quite likely October. So we may have a long wait. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Which is impacting things. And of course, in this whole thing, I don't know if you all know, he had sepsis caused by meningitis and renal retention. So it's pretty serious stuff. And where he is now, up to where he was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, is just amazing. So prayers are answered there. Of course, through all of this, my knee surgery got postponed. I was supposed to have had knee replacement surgery. That got postponed, and there's absolutely no way we can reschedule it until he gets his license. And by then you're into the end of the year, and we've been told that those appointments fill up because of people trying to take advantage of their deductibles into the end of the year. So I'm probably looking at January before I can have it done. All of the cortisone treatments that I had are long gone, and it's not very comfortable, but I've got to live with it. So that's kind of where we are, but just totally grateful for this amazing progress in the healing. It's very thankful.
We're thankful too. That's
wonderful. And our daughter from Tokyo, she's a school teacher, teaches in Tokyo, Japan. She came in at the end of June, June 26th, by 5th or 6th. She was coming to be a specific, in part because it's summer vacation. She wanted to get her COVID vaccine, which she did get. She's all taken care of that way. She was going to help with my knee. Obviously, she has helped me through this whole thing. I don't know how I would have held up through this whole adventure without her. She's leaving on Friday this week, flying back to Tokyo. So some prayer for a good trip and safe arrival. And she has to even though she's been vaccinated and has proof of various things, she has to self quarantine for 2 weeks at home before she can get out and about when she's there. Japan is very, very strict, obviously, as we know, with the Olympic thing and whatever, but they are letting the teachers come back into the country and so forth. So anyway, we just have prayers for that all to go well. We'll take her to the airport Friday morning and pray that it all goes well. She's been my rock. I told you, Emily, she's been sistering me, as have you. And I appreciate it more than I can tell you. It's almost hard to think of her leaving. She's been so much help. And we'll talk.
Okay. Sounds good. Such good news. Such good news.
Indeed.
All right. Thanks, you too. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Though I guess though a friend of mine could use prayers.
Okay.
Her name is Victoria. She went into labor on Saturday and she had twins, and one of the twins died in childbirth.
Oh dear.
And the other baby is in the neonatal intensive care unit.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Kyle. Okay. Prayers for Victoria. What are the babies' names? Do you know?
Matthew is the one she lost, and Brandon is so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will pray for Matthew and for Brandon too. How's summer camp?
It's going good.
Good. Thanks, Kyle. Ellen, how are you? I think you're still muted, Ellen.
I had to move inside because I was outside, but the trees and the breeze, and I didn't think you could hear me, and I couldn't hear you, so I moved inside, so muted myself. No, things are good. We had brown bag lunch today, and we missed Paul and Joe, and everybody is thinking about you and praying for you, and can't wait till they see you again. So I thought I wanted to share that with you. So we didn't have very many people there today, so it's kind of quiet. So, but that's okay. And I started my new, well, it's considered a chemo medication, I guess. I hate to call it that, but it's called Lynparza, and it's a drug pill that I take, and it prohibits some enzyme in my DNA from working with a cancer cell or something. I don't know. It's very complicated. I still don't know how you can get to that little tiny DNA thing, and figure out what's wrong with each one of those little tiny things. So we'll see how it goes. Side effects are, kind of goofy. So I have to have blood work every 2 weeks for a while. And so we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. I take a Compazine before I take the pill in the morning and at night. So that's for nausea. So, and both days I started Monday, both days I've taken an hour and a half nap in the afternoon. So I'm not thrilled about that, but maybe I'm just tired. Maybe it has nothing to do with that. So anyway, so that's good. So, and that's Emily, I don't want it on the prayer list. I'm just you guys is fine with me. Okay. Because then I have a lot of, people that are, and I'm not, I don't mean this, that are asking all the time. And I'm at the point where I'm just done with, talking about it kind of thing. So just you guys praying for me is good for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love you dearly. And I don't think I could have gotten through any of this without all the support from people at church and the prayers, and all you guys are so wonderful. And it's so nice to be back at church.
Mm-hmm.
We went Sunday to the 11 o'clock and we weren't going to go. And then I said, oh, let's go. I was kind of knowing that I was starting on this medication. Had been kind of down in the dumps for a couple of days. And I was like, no, let's go to church. Let's see what's going on. And Eric's sermon was wonderful. It was about, ending up in a place where you didn't think you were going to be. And I'm like, wow, that's true. That's so true. So, and just have to deal with it and do the best you can. So that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, but otherwise we're good. My brother passed away the middle of June, and his celebration of his life is going to be on Saturday at their house in Ingleside. So we're looking forward to that. And we have a very small family, but it'll be a lot of their friends, and so it'll be nice. So
very good.
Yeah. So that's about it. And just prayers for all those folks who are suffering from cancer or have had it or are, now in remission. Just prayers for them. Thank you. I'm going to cry now. I'm sorry. Okay, that's it. I'm muting myself now, so I can't talk. Oh.
Updates from the church. I know that Jason was with you last week, so he shared with you a number of things, but we did have a few come in this week. So Lori Renslow has asked that we would pray for Valerie Curley, who is undergoing treatment for an incurable brain issue. So these names are all on the prayer list on the website and will be shared everywhere we share the prayer list, but Valerie Curley is that person's name. Kim King says that her uncle, Bob Wagner, is in rehab after many health concerns, and they think that hospice is very likely in his near future. So she asked prayers for her Uncle Bob and her Aunt Virginia as they kind of anticipate that transition. Sandy Young was around today. It was good to see her and visit with her, and she shared that her brother-in-law, so this would have been Ralph Young's brother, and if you're a longtime lifer at the church, this was one of Hazel Young's sons. So Ralph Young passed away just a couple of weeks ago. He was living in Alaska. He was 73 years old, but he grew up in this church, so I expect that some folks here know him. And then April Runge has asked for prayers for Gert Kozlowski, who is a family member of the Runge family. Gert has complications from a broken hip, and there is a fairly poor prognosis for recovery. So they're asking prayers of comfort and peace for Gert's daughter, Sue, and for Sue's daughter, if I'm reading this right, Andy. So just prayers for the whole family as they care for Gert and try to figure out what life looks like next. And then I'll share. I resonate with the ongoing comments that it was from Ellen, that it's good to be back at the church and to be back with you all in an embodied way whenever we can. Today, your church staff had our first staff meeting in a number of weeks because we're all kind of bopping around on different vacations. And I felt like we were kids in a classroom and like no teacher could corral us. We were just so slap happy and goofy. And boy, was it fun to be cracking jokes and misbehaving and having lots of good times together. So that was really lovely. And Ryan and I had the privilege of taking a vacation last week. We just stayed home, but we, every day we had some kind of outing with our little Lila. So we were at the library or at the petting zoo or at grandma's house. And it was just good, kind of quiet fun. But to Ellen's point about maybe I'm just tired, there was a funny night we were at grandma's house and grandma said, take the night, go see a movie, go out to dinner. And we said, like, can you watch Lila and we just go to bed at 7 o'clock? Like, could we do that instead? And that was how we spent our first free evening that we had in a long time because we're just so tired too. So just a reminder that no matter what it is that is on your heart, on your prayer list happening in your life, to please continue to rest and to care for yourselves, because even if we didn't have these heavy things that we're sharing, this is still a really complicated, difficult season. And so reminders to catch your breath and sleep and eat and drink water and do all the things that we know we ought to do, but that are really easy to overlook. We only want the best for everyone on this call and everyone in our community. So please continue to take care of yourselves as best as you can. And reach out if you need a little sistering or anything the church can offer. I know that you all know that, but I kind of say it every chance I can get. So there you go. For prayer, I had a prayer for today, but I was also in a Zoom meeting not too long ago, and we just said the Lord's Prayer together, and it was beautiful and chaotic, and voices are bouncing all over the place, and it felt very Holy Spirit-y. And so I thought we might just do that today, just a simple return to basics, which is kind of what our lives are about right now. So if you would, this will be imperfect, and I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I'd invite everybody, let's unmute ourselves, and we'll say together the Lord's Prayer. So here, okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
All right.
Thank you, friends. Thank you. All right. I'll see you around the church, online, and back here next Tuesday.
And
All right, very good.
Is it the same Zoom link every week?
It's the same. Yep, we haven't changed it. It's the same. I'm not sure why it's not popping up, Joe, but it's the same one. Yeah.
It's not getting it on the website.
Okay. All right. I'll check in with.
It's not showing on the website so that we can click on the prayer time and have it come up.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know. So, but if it's the same thing, I can write it down and have it right here by the computer so we can plug it in if we need to.
Let's do both and. How about you write that down and I will work on trying to update the website.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Good week.